Whoops. Sorry, guys. Hang on, wait a second. I just turned off my camera. Hey, guys. This is Gathaway here. I'm doing another episode of
At
Rise
least
of
that
the
old
Blood
thing
Ducks.
still works.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of De Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
There's one clue.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it. The inscription is faded. My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
That's an old perfume bottle.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful. There's a date, October something. Damn, the number is faded. Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday. October 13th, Mum's birthday. Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
After everything Atlas has done, how could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch.
Oh, 549.
Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
That's worth it.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is his child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather? Or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous a Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
Yeah, that was stupid. There was nothing in there. Wait, did I miss something? We'll find out check the shop stuff that we have on.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Her hair is alive. Jeez, that's crazy. When she moves her
I
head,
noticed.
her hair moves. It didn't do that in Rise of the original Tomb Raider until the remastered version. Like her hair is moving crazy. iPhone 9.
Yep.
You want the basement?
Oh, 51. Oh my god, it's an actual one second. I was just making a joke, but it's an actual one second. Oh, hey.
Oh. There's gotta be some code thing there. Or not. Maybe I don't have to do it.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Laura. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality, he never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten, this is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page. Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
I'm going to the library now.
Right next to the study.
I'm going all the way. One way to get down.
A hidden message. What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
John. Not quite right.
Really, dude? Really? I'm surprised.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. You had to.
Yeah. I figured it too.
Open this. This just brings you back to the monastery. It's a shortcut.
A good one too.
Keep here. It's so gross. There's nothing else to drink.
There we go upstairs. There we go. There's the subtle.
To the study. It's a study. What else have we got in here?
The symbol. I get it now. Go back to the library. I got it. I get it now. Oh my gosh. Go back to the first page that we saw in here. No, not the fire. The first page that we looked at with all the symbols. No, like on on that desk, if it's still there, in the back. On that, is it still there? Yep. Open it.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Matter for the chair. Well, actually, it's a good thing we did come back here because there's a library book. Yeah, we took those symbols because those symbols might have correlated to the code. I don't know how I didn't realize. I don't know how I didn't realize that before. Those symbols were correlating to the.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers. Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
Oh, come on, Leamington. You're such a good Laura Croft. If you guys don't know, she's the same person from Grey's Anatomy that played Juno.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't realize that the symbols correlated to the code.
Go back to the basement.
Oh, you see wine cellar. I'm not thinking that. Wine cellar.
Kind of reminds me of Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Star Wars, the Croft Manor. Kind of reminds me of something Ghost Adventures would investigate.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what those wine cellars can mean. It's kind of very creepy.
Girl. Give me a second, guys. I don't know the puzzle.
And that's not creepy at all.
Locked in. Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Oh, I know what you did.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
You're dealing with a paranoid.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me, as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday. Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here. Might be able to use this to access other parts of the manor.
Crowbar. Crowbar can be used to pry open objects and doors throughout the manor. I picked up the last part of the objective.
It is silent. So peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that I feel no pain in this moment. Only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more. That I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared. Richard, what lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave. The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
Really sad that she died well.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say, you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
You, Atlas.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Interesting.
Then
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
another door over here. And open. Like, I'm like doing this outside. It's definitely from some haunted house with you.
Oh yeah.
I think there is a. It's like so like detailed. This game, like every time she's moving, you see the footprints in the mud.
Every time when she's talking to her hair, actually the side as if it's actually them and do it like that.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I like it. Makes it look more realistic.
It wasn't like that in the Xbox One version, because originally this was an Xbox exclusive.
I never heard that.
It was to compete against Uncharted. It didn't do well because everybody wanted it on PS5, PS4. So
that door went flying.
they put this on Xbox PS4 for the remastered version to get all the DLC to Xbox.
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse, I believe his experiences in Tibet have only further fueled the fire of his obsession. He's now up at all hours in his study, researching God knows what. And poor Lara, she is so confused. Too young to understand the tragedy that has befallen this great house. My dearest hope is that Lord Croft will emerge from his grief and embrace fatherhood and the love of his daughter. But I fear he may give in to his obsessive nature, that which Lady Amelia tempered in him so well. In any case, I will be a rock for young Lara. She will never sense tragedy and sorrow in me, only the love and support she deserves.
So the butler was like a father
figure. I guess Lord Croft wasn't, or Richard, as people know him. He wasn't there. He was too depressed to take care of Lara as a kid. Hey, grief's a powerful thing. I have to go back to the study. Not the study, but the library. The list.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Break this down. Break it. That family trip. What is this, Pigman Road? Jesus Christ.
Nothing, but...
I went that road a couple times. I lived there. I lived near it.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
Yeah, up.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy. One that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
This part's kind of sad.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love. It's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
Teary-eyed. Ties. Developed by Exodus and Crystal Dynamics. This oral exclusive is available in 2 days later.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Well, now you want help.
I've been
Basically,
so
the full family
focused on
history.
defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Besides the point was time for review because that's the end of the DLC. I actually thought this DLC was okay. It wasn't as good as the storyline. Well, if you guys know my review of Rise of the Tomb Raider, the last act is just the worst part of the game, but that's the review. This game gives you a little aspects of Laura's storyline, her family business, what her father was going through with her grief, his grief processes, her mom with her death and everything. This is actually Nate's first time seeing this. This is actually the second, third, fourth time I think I played this DLC, so that's why I know everything was around. And also, I never said this in the review. If you look closely, she's a lot more. Well, she's not looking at the camera. It's kind of weird, but she's a lot more detailed than Shadow and Rise. I mean, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Like her hair moves at the same time when she moves her head. If you look closely, her hair moves. And Nate brought that up. I brought that up to Nate, and Nate saw that she has like a lot of hair physics. She's a lot more detailed in this storyline than the first Tomb Raider. But besides the point, what rating would you give it, Maddog? We're gonna get both ratings since we talked about we haven't done a review like that before.
Well, overall, including like all the good graphics and physics, I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
I give it an 8. Usually I gave it an 8 because it seemed like the letters were, some of them were really hard to figure out. I had to ask Maddog to look up the codes because it's very hard to figure out. You have to know like Egyptian mythology to even know the puzzles. So me, probably give it an 8 out of 10. The reason why I knocked it down 2 points, I hated the villain. He was just a jerk. And 2, they barely bring up Amelia. Amelia was barely in the game for like she was in like most of the letters were Croft and Winston in Atlas. Knows not a lot about Amelia, so I didn't really know a lot about her.
Yeah.
So, that's the end of this series. Since we have 20 minutes left, we're going to do one video, just the one-off video of Lord's Nightmare, and we'll see you guys there. So if you like this video, please comment, subscribe. Like this video, please comment, subscribe, and put the post notifications. Never missing another video, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.
Bye.